Rick Santorum enjoying some unexpected Southern comfort this morning after a stunning sweep
Not
in
the drink,
South.
right? Or is he?
Who knows at this point? I don't know the guy. But the votes, by the way, Alabama, Mississippi, before they were even counted, you got to hear what Mitt Romney had to say about Rick Santorum.
The desperate end of his campaign and is trying in some way to boost his prospects.
And the final numbers from the Mississippi primary go something like this. Santorum, 33%. Newt Gingrich, 31%. Mitt Romney, 30%. And an even bigger margin in Alabama. Rick Santorum scoring a 6-point win over Gingrich and Romney. Romney did manage to pull off Hawaii, so congratulations there. A 20-point win over Santorum. Santorum sounding pretty confident after the Southern sweep as well. Listen up.
We want to make sure that everybody knows we're campaigning everywhere there are delegates because we are going to win this nomination before that convention.
That's pretty confident talk, isn't it? We're going to win this nomination before even the convention. Does the math hold up? Live from Washington, our Democratic strategist, Jamie Harrison, our conservative commentator, Penny Nance, pulling in the live shot, too, this morning, and also Jonathan Strong, the staff reporter for Roll Call this morning. Jonathan, I'm going to start with you. Do you think for Mitt Romney not to have a speech last night was a good thing or a bad thing? Does it sort of smack of unsportsmanlike conduct, or does it just say, I'm moving on, I want to forget all of this?
Well, this is part of a broader theme we've seen with Romney, that he has decided to stay out of the limelight in many cases. He has not done very many interviews. He's not been on the Sunday shows very often, hardly at all. This is a calculated strategy, but, you know, at this point, he's got to balance two things. On the one hand, he's got to drive his message. On the other hand, he's shown a propensity for gaffes and mistakes in his public remarks that could really hurt him. So he's kind of his own worst enemy, and I think that's what they're worried about.
So what about this whole business with Wolf Blitzer yesterday? Mitt Romney was suggesting that there might be a desperate end in sight to Rick Santorum's campaign. Have a listen to how he put it. Oh, rats. We didn't have it. I apologize. Desperate end. Is that, I mean, come on. Is that a fair desperate end? And then Shazam, he comes off with 2 big wins?
Well, the funny thing is that his campaign got caught last night, you know, quoted saying that nobody expected Romney to win Alabama or Mississippi. And, you know, just yesterday on CNN, he was talking about how this is going to be the desperate end of Santorum's campaign. So obviously, they made a mistake here, raising the bar on the expectations for last night, and it turned out to be a huge victory for Santorum. Very difficult night for Romney. That being said, the math is still difficult for Santorum in terms of these delegates. Romney's got a sizable lead, and the campaigns that we have ahead of us will also, you know, contribute to that difficult math for Santorum.
All right, let's look at some other math, the exit polls, because they tell a pretty interesting story. They really tell who the conservative voter truly is. And to that end, let's look at Mississippi. It shows that under the folks who don't have college degrees, about 57% of them were headed to the polls, the Republican GOP voters. Of them, 28% voted for Mitt Romney, 34% voted for Santorum, 34% for Gingrich. Look at that bar right in the middle, the highlighted bar, because that's really the winner-take-all bar. Those who make under 100,000, they went for Santorum as well. The evangelicals, or the born-agains, they also went for Rick Santorum. And you know what? The picture wasn't a whole lot different in Alabama either. The winner-take-all of all of those categories as well, right there in the middle, it was Rick Santorum. So my question to you, Penny, where do Newt's voters go if, in fact, Newt wasn't maybe telling the entire truth, that he's going to stay in all the way to the convention? And what if he does pull away from this fight? Where do his supporters end up, do you think?
Well, and also I should say that I texted early this morning with Rick Santorum, and he has already touched down in Puerto Rico, so he is not drinking Southern Comfort. If anything, it'd probably be rum this morning. But
wow, rum at 6:36 in the morning. Yeah. I want to party with that guy.
I don't think he goes there. But anyway,
I'm going to quote you on this one.
Yeah,
I'm tweeting that all day.
But anyway, clearly for conservative voters, for women, for pro-lifers, for people who are pro-family, social conservatives, Rick is the top choice. And certainly Newt Gingrich was able to skim off some of those votes. But if he's out of the race, they clearly will go to Santorum and make him a front runner.
You're so sure about that? You're so sure about that, really?
I am so sure about that. And let me just tell you,
you don't think they'll just stay away from the polls?
No, I don't. I don't think they will, because they want to defeat Obama.
All right.
And so, the other point is Newt Gingrich has a choice right now. He can be a superstar or he can be a spoiler. And he has a decision to make, and he's going to be thinking that over very carefully, and I hope that he does.
Jamie Harrison, you got one quick moment to look at the delegate math. Look, by my count here, Mitt Romney has 489 delegates coming out of this race. That's still a big old lead over Santorum. Is there real math that can get Santorum past this before the convention?
Well, I think Santorum and Gingrich are both thinking, let's push this to the convention. Let's deny the nomination to Mitt Romney, because there we'll have a fair shot at trying to broker convention. And so it's going to be very hard for Santorum. It's going to be very hard for Gingrich. But, you know, Mitt Romney has shown that he's a weak front runner. And I don't think many Republicans think that they can beat Obama with him at the head.
All right, Jamie and Penny and Jonathan, you guys stay up late and get up early for us, and we appreciate that to no end. Thanks, guys.